Damn. All right, y'all. I'm just have to wait for y'all to get over here. Pause and go back. Okay. So I'm waiting for y'all to get over here. Okay, we back. Sorry. Look, Mama Terry, like you know when I get phone calls, my phone acts so stupid. And I ain't got a phone call, so my phone went to acting all dumb and shit. All cockeyed and shit. So my bad, y'all. I'm just waiting for y'all to get back in here. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I'ma wait. I'ma wait. I'ma waiting. I'ma waiting. I'ma waiting. I'ma waiting on y'all. I'm waiting on y'all to get back in the building. In the building. Y'all let me know when y'all get back. Let me know when y'all get back in the building. Mama Terry, look. My feelings is hurt right now, okay, lady? Can you stop being mean to me? You been being mean to me all day, Mama Terry, and I don't appreciate it. I haven't did anything to you for you to treat me this way, young lady. I don't appreciate it. Keisha, you heard that shit. You was over there in Reckless chat. You heard what happened. You heard what happened, Keish. Yeah, me with an A-N on the end, Mama Terry. Mean, lady. Nah, how you like them apples, Microsoft? So, anyways, like I was saying, I mean, it is what it is. Whoever comes in, comes in. Y'all will catch the replay. I don't really don't give a fuck right now. I really don't even want to be doing this live because I really just want to snap the fuck off. I want to spaz the fuck out. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm better than that, and I'm not. Anyway, I love you too, Mama Terry. Now let's get into it. Y'all know Queso. This is Queso sends a strong message to his dad for snitching on him. Okay, so let's listen.
And as you know, the prosecution has now upped the charges from second degree to first degree murder. And as I stated in the last video, Deborah needs calls for desperate measures.
Did 11 years in prison, got out 2009. Haven't been in no trouble with the law until a couple of months ago. Nothing serious. And we not getting the same treatment as a victim. Not saying the police not working or doing their job. I don't want to say that.
The trending news all over the social media and hip-hop community in general is the messed up situation that Queso and his dad have gotten themselves into. Now, for those of y'all who ain't heard the news, Queso's dad seems to be ready to snitch on his son to the cops. But if y'all think that Queso's just gonna lay down quietly like that without making some noise, y'all be mistaken. Queso and those supporting him have a lot to say to Queso's dad, who decided to snitch on his son and throw him under the bus just to get out of jail and become a free man again. So how did Queso react to his own dad betraying him? So Hakeem Robinson, better known by his rap name Queso, and his dad Abdul Blue Robinson, got locked up back in 2020. Queso was charged with the murder of Little Buck, and his dad got charged for being an accomplice in that case. It's said by the police officer who chased Queso and his dad that his dad was the one doing the driving. Since he was in the same car with Queso just before he committed a crime, he was found to be a...
Okay, so what we're listening to, Lachey, is um this dude Queso. They're from my city or whatever. The young and age stuff that I be talking about all the time. This is some of their people, and the dude and his daddy. They been involved in all types of stuff. Like Queso and his dad, they done been involved. Queso definitely been involved. He's in prison or he's in jail, finna go to prison. They're trying to get him on a couple murders, and his dad. Oh my God. Oh shit. Hello. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta mute up real quick. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so, no, you're not. Hey, right, Mama Terry. Okay, so okay, so his dad ended up getting locked up too. So his dad is finna turn state on him, and he's finna be a witness against his own son. And he's snitching on him. So this is just Queso's message to his daddy, but this is breaking down the whole situation. So let's go.
Involved in the case right off the bat as a suspect. The police later found out that Queso had another two of his guys involved in that setup. They go by the names of Dominique Barner and Leroy Whitaker. All four of them got serious charges and are being held in prison. Some of them might even be facing life behind bars. They were all taken into custody and have been in jail ever since. They're being held at the Duval County Jail,
Duval County,
one of the worst jails in the state of Florida. Upon finding out what happened to Queso, his fans were devastated. Some of them expressed their feelings on Twitter and other social media. One fan wrote, Queso got arrested for murdering someone with his dad? But it gets even worse for Queso. To make matters even more unbearable, while Queso was in jail, he was also found guilty for a separate but also gang-related incident. The death of Adrian Gaynor, who was also an artist and was better known by his state.
Okay, y'all know the little 16-year-old boy I'm always talking about, the boy Bibby. And I said that I do believe, that the boy Queso did. I mean, and that's just I could be wrong and whatever, but when I hear these men say the stuff that they say about this 16-year-old boy, even though he was doing whatever he was doing, he was still 16. And yeah, people might feel a certain type of way, but I feel like you shot this boy, hit him one time, and then you walk back up to him and shot him again. And I feel like you should have to, get what comes to you after that. So Queso is locked up right now for 2 separate murders. One for the murder of the little 16-year-old boy, Bibby, and for another dude, another rapper that's from Jacksonville who got killed. So this is what they talking about now.
Named Bibby. That allegedly took place a year before Queso got arrested, so in 2019. Things aren't looking good for Blue either. Queso's dad was an accomplice in the...
Now, y'all always hear me say Blue. Remember I said my mama was friends with the boy Queso daddy? Blue. Blue and Smiley was 2 of the biggest drug dealers in Jacksonville. They had everything on lock, and they both went to prison. They got locked up on the same day, and Blue allegedly told on Smiley, which was his best friend, and ended up getting out earlier or whatever because he was snitching. So now, here it is, all these years down the road, and now he's finna snitch on his son. Hey, KPR.
Crime we just talked about, while he was also convicted of a murder charge of his own. He now faces 30 years up to life in prison. Difficult situation for both the father and the son, but it seems like Queso's dad has some plans on his mind, and spending the rest of his life in prison is not one of them. Get a load of this. He's planning to testify against his own son in court in order to reduce his sentence. Now, that's just insane.
All right, listen, y'all. He said...
spending the rest of his life in prison is not one of them. Get a load of this. He's planning to testify against his own son in court in order to reduce his sentence. Now, that's just insane. Well, Queso's dad decided that he doesn't want to stay in prison any longer, so he'll do anything he can do to get out of jail, even if that means snitching on his own son. This brought up a lot of attention in the media, and people have been talking about it non-stop. There's a lot to be said about this mess, since it's not an everyday thing to tell on your own family member in order to get out of jail. Some people just went absolutely bonkers. One person on YT commented, "Snitching on your own son is the weakest I have ever heard." And another was caught in disbelief by the mere fact that a father is able to do such a thing to his own son. He said, "Imagine bringing somebody into this world just to tell on them. Yikes." But things are only starting to unravel before us. Without a doubt, we would expect Queso's dad to have something to say about his decision, and he did. He posted this one on Instagram, but has since been deleted. But people managed to capture what he said, and this is how it goes.
This is what he says.
My daddy in a situation like this, I would have been freed my daddy a long time ago, no matter what my consequences would have been, especially if he's a good, great daddy. He could do more for me out of jail than in. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot, especially when you know he innocent? I would have been stood up and said, my daddy ain't got a f***ing thing to do with nothing. You bitches out in that free world talk that talk out there until it's time to walk the walk facing that life sentence. As we can see, he obviously believed.
Now, this is what that man just said about his son. Oh, I would tell the people that my daddy innocent, and my daddy can do more for me out of jail than in jail. So that's how you think your son's supposed to feel about you. If you was involved in this in any type of way, your ass deserved to be right there where he at. I'm just saying. Let's go.
that he's 100% innocent and that he had nothing to do with the crime that his son committed. Blue must have thought that his son Queso would have cleared him out by now by telling the cops that he has nothing to do with and that he was involved in the deal only later, once Queso called him to come pick him up with a car. DJ Academics believes we should all remember the fact that there is no street code that you got to live by with everybody. Sometimes it's every man for himself, and that's exactly what's going on here. Queso's dad just wants to go out, and since his son wasn't interested in sticking out for him, well, he's gonna do it by himself by telling the cops.
Fed boom in the
Not only that,
building.
but by posting this thing on Instagram, he already low-key told his son. Just by saying what he said in this post, one can already conclude that he finds his son to be guilty. But who's right and who's wrong here? Man, the internet be blasting with all kinds of opinions and accusations. However, one of them got the best of it. One dude tells us they're both responsible for it. As a parent, why would you partake in such activity with your child? And as a son, why would you want to put your parent in a situation
That's
to get
right.
locked up? Don't have children. And as a child, my mother did her best to keep my sister and I in decent neighborhoods. Any trouble I got into, I took full accountability for. And this makes perfect sense. First, let's start with Queso. Why in the world would you get someone like your dad involved in crimes you committed? It makes no sense at all. You just did some stuff that you know you might go to jail for, and if you're caught, and then you decide to throw some dirt on someone that you care for and you wouldn't want to see behind bars forever, just stupid. Yes, you could say he wasn't thinking clearly and was under pressure, but that doesn't take back the fact that he did one of the most irrational things possible. Now, what about his father? This dude's great. This comment sums it up perfectly. Short and straight to the point. That dad failed his son twice. First, because he let him be in that life.
That's right.
Snitching.
That's
Queso's
right.
dad, being a gang member himself and knowing very well what that kind of life is, could have done so much more in order to be a better parent. If you already decided that you're going to have kids, then dedicate yourself to teaching them not to repeat the same mistakes. But Blue wasn't having any of that shit. Kids follow their parents in whatever it is they do. And if you're a criminal, well, there are high chances that your son's going to be one too. That's
right.
exactly what took place. And on top of that, Blue claims he ain't getting the amount of love that he as a parent deserves. And that he as a son would be...
So, with that being said, at the end of the day, it's all about, oh, he feels like he's not getting the love he deserves from his son. But did you give your son the love he deserves as a son? By allowing him to follow in your footsteps? I mean, you opened that door for him. You showed him that lifestyle. But now you want him to take all the blame for the shit that y'all did together. Let's listen.
To give to his dad. Yeah, he ain't ready to sacrifice his time and his life for the sake of his own kid. Now that's some real BS.
That's right.
From what we can tell so far in this situation, Queso is not concerned about his dad snitching on him. He, his sister, and his lawyer all have something to say back to what his dad has in store. According to his lawyer, Christopher DaCosta, Queso is the least bit concerned. The lawyer said, "This is yet another witness that came to them in handcuffs. We're not concerned. The government has repeatedly said how bad of a guy the father is now. They present him as some pillar of truth. All their witnesses, convicted criminals that were pending prosecution, have motive to lie to save themselves. Meanwhile, we have the truth like the video and witnesses that prove Mr. Robinson cannot be the That's why we're not concerned." Queso's team of lawyers still believe that the evidence that the police acquire, which goes against Queso, isn't that convincing. Even though it's high-tech and kind of falls short of explaining the fact that Queso just doesn't fit the description.
Now, I'm going to say this. Hey, Knowledge, what's good, bro? I'm going to say this. Now, in the video, the boy that they show does not look nothing like Queso. Does not look like him at all. And in the one video, it just looks nothing like him. The dude is too little to be Queso. Period. It can't be him. He looks too little. It could be like his little brother or something, but it's definitely not him. Like, you could tell that it's not him. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all. Let me see. They just showed the dude on the... Hold on. I gotta go back, y'all. Sorry. Oh, wait. Hold on. I went back too far. Hold on. Okay, right here. Wait, go back. Bam, go back just a little bit. I want y'all to be able to see Queso and the dude, okay? First, I'ma just show y'all how big Queso is.
He, his sister, and
Hold
his
on.
lawyer all have something to say back to what his dad has in store.
Okay.
According to his lawyer, Christopher DaCosta, Queso is the least bit concerned. The lawyer said, "This is yet another witness that came to them in handcuffs. We're not concerned. The government has repeatedly said how bad of a guy the father is.
That's
now they
the
present
dude.
him as some pillar of truth. All their witnesses, convicted criminals that were pending prosecution, have motive to lie to save themselves. Meanwhile, we have the truth, like the video and witnesses that prove."
See,
Mr.
that's the
Robinson
dude
cannot
that they're
reach.
saying is
That's why
Queso.
we're not concerned. Queso's team of lawyers still believe
Now, I want
that
y'all
the
to see,
evidence
and that's
that police
Queso.
acquired, which goes against
Y'all see how
Queso,
big this
isn't
boy
that
is?
convincing. Even though it's high tech
Hey,
and
Ace.
kind of falls short of explaining the fact that Queso just
That's
doesn't fit
Ace.
the
Hey,
description of the
Ace.
person who carried out the incident.
But this
One of the
Queso,
lawyers defending him said this,
and
"Just as I predicted, they will stop at nothing to convict an innocent man."
but I don't want to show
Father,
too much of this video.
Queso smaller to fit the description.
Yeah, see, y'all heard. Okay, wait, y'all might have missed it. What she just said. What she said. No, that's not that knowledge. That's another knowledge on Fed. Hold on, let me run this back a little bit so y'all can hear what the lawyer said.
Which goes against Queso, isn't that convincing. Even though it's high tech and kind of falls short of explaining the fact that Queso just doesn't fit the description of the person who carried out the incident. One of the lawyers defending him said this, "Just as I predicted, they will stop at nothing to convict an innocent man. I don't care if it's his father. Even he can't make Queso smaller to fit the description and video." Also, his sister Kashayla ain't having none of it herself. She's sticking with his brother and will do so until the very end of his case.
Hold on, pause. I want y'all to see how big this man is. Y'all see how big this man is? Let me move this. Y'all see how big he is? And y'all seen that little old dude? There's no way. Not of that. I'll give him that. But that other stuff, I'm not gonna say that he didn't do it because of the simple fact that this man talks about it in his raps and everything else. But let's continue. I keep stopping y'all because I don't want to get flagged or struck or whatever. So I'm just doing commentary as we go. So let's go.
Posting stories daily, and she's updating everybody.
Hold on, y'all want to give me a drink.
Develops. Just recently, she said,
Nothing has changed within this case. Queso is still entitled to a bond and to pretrial release.
she's still hopeful her brother won't face the most serious charges of them all, like staying in prison for life. People are upvoting his sister's cause to fight for his brother. One person on Instagram commented, "I love what you're doing. Keep fighting." It's easy to see that Queso still got it going on. He has support and is fighting back for reducing his sentence and clearing away any false evidence in whatever way he can. We're yet to see how the situation develops, but it's sure getting intense. What are y'all thoughts on the matter? Do you think Queso's case is going to get worse if his dad testifies against him? What about Blue? Does he deserve to have time from his sentence cut off or not? Let us know in the comments section below.
This is I don't know what I did. Damn, I can't get back to it now. The dude, his name was Rizzle. So shout out to him for not letting me, but whatever. Now there was something else I was watching. Oh, right here. This is Young and Ace. I know, right, Mama Terry? This is Young and Ace. This is the same dude. Wait, is this it? Is this the same thing?
Ain't gonna never.
Yeah, right here. This is
be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
This is Ace speaking on the Young and Ace reveals why Jacksonville beef will never end. And it says hashtag Young and Ace, hashtag Fulio, hashtag Queso. The comments are off the chain. Ace speaking the truth. Ace is the only one who can control whether he is in the red zone or not. It's ultimately up to him what lifestyle he wants to live, but at the same time his past could potentially catch up to him, because Bibby was not innocent. Okay, now when I was talking about the boy Bibby and Queso, the shooting or whatever, this is what they say. Hey Blue Devil, hey Sheila. Okay, this is a comment. It says, Bibby was not an innocent bystander. Fulio admitted he dragged him into the gang. Let's stop defending violent drug dealers. Many deal drugs without the guns. Stop making excuses. Now, at the end of the day, and then I'm not reading that. I'm not finna read that on here. I'm not putting that on here. Correction, everyone. Bibby is not Fulio's younger brother, just his close homie. Well, I knew that. The whole thing started when Fulio started dissing Young and Ace. ATK, I'm gonna smoke with Fulio. Yeah, there's certain shit I'm not gonna read. Yeah, there's certain stuff I'm not gonna read on here. Um, Pray for my city and all the mamas everywhere. I ain't know you was from Jacksonville, Shawty. He needs to forgive himself and the others and use his talent for good versus demon time. That's facts. That's definitely facts. But this is basically trying to like feel like is Ace gonna be able to, is his past gonna fuck with him constantly as he's trying to do something different with his lifestyle. Um let's listen.
Even if you like in the streets and not in the streets, you probably just a innocent bystander. And just something could just happen like that. You just never know. Like it's just the way how this world is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff is out of your hands. You know what I'm saying?
And he's so cool,
With
calm and
tracks
collected.
like Who I
Oh
Smoke
shit.
from Young and Ace and When I See You remix from
That shit scared the
Julio,
shit out of me.
ATK, and KTA, two rival gangs from the Jacksonville area, have managed to put their beef on the map.
What I do? My bad, y'all. Sorry.
Number of huge singles. That being said, a lot of people
Okay.
don't quite understand the hatred behind the tracks. People just hear a cool rap song. Underneath that, though, there's a pile of bodies on both sides. Seriously. While some people remain hopeful
Showtime, hey, love.
thinking that it might be settled sooner or later, unfortunately, Young and Ace doesn't think there's an end in sight. Now let's go ahead and get into it so we can find out why exactly this beef will never end. No one really knows exactly where the beef started, but a lot of people have attempted to figure out this mystery. The most common rumor is that the whole thing started when Young and Ace tried to take a shot at Mookie. From there, it turned into an all-out war. Mookie and Slugga T are some of the biggest hitters on the other side now. They have a reputation for catching bodies, to the point where people refer to them as twins. Luckily for Ace and his homies, the pair didn't last outside of prison too long. Just recently, Mookie and Slugga T both got arrested for weapons possession. Mookie claimed he wasn't an aggressive person, despite the fact that he's been rapping about his life in the streets since day one. He claims that the whole thing is a misunderstanding and he's not actually a gang member. The judge wasn't buying it and gave them both 7 years, despite the fact that the state was asking for 20. Young and Ace also released documents that he claimed he would show that Spot 'em Got 'em snitched on the twins. Later on,
Okay, so y'all know the song that we listened to in the beginning of my other live, where he say, "I don't condone no snitching, I don't beatbox." He's talking about the boy Spot 'em Got 'em. If y'all remember, it was a shooting in Miami, and the boy Spot 'em Got 'em was shot. I guess he had stole a car or some shit like that, and he got shot. The boy Spot 'em Got 'em came. He did the beatbox shit, the song, and it was like a big trend on TikTok and everywhere. So they said that Spot 'em Got 'em was snitching on people, whatever. So that's what they about to get into now. What they said, something that Ace allegedly said, that Spot 'em Got 'em was snitching, but they got paperwork on the boy snitching. So
he replied to Young and Ace to claim that the whole snitching thing was all cap. I don't know who's falsifying documents, but Spot 'em Got 'em never snitched on me. That's my brother for life. Y'all stop reaching. The real reason I'm incarcerated is because the state don't want to see me prosper. No other man is the reason. That's pretty much the whole story about the start of the war. In the beginning and
but
end,
that's not really the
about
start of the
Mookie and
war.
Slugga T. But we have plenty more to look at in regards
That's
to
not
Spot 'em
the
Got 'em a
start
bit.
of-
One of the first major events in the feud.
Here it is right
when
here.
A car pulled up next to Young and Ace's. The attack ended up claiming the life of Trayvon Bullard and Royale Devon Smith Jr. and Jacoby Jashai Grover. One night in June of 2018, the ops pulled up beside the car near St. John's Town Center.
Hi,
Dude, I'm sorry I'm not watching your commercials.
and owners here.
I forgot. I'm watching this off the Rumor Report channel, y'all.
Shots
So
started ringing out. Young and Ace was the only survivor of the attack, and no one's officially been charged to this day. Now, Young and Ace's real name is Keontae Bullard. And if you can't tell, hearing the last name, Trayvon was actually Young and Ace's brother. This was a
Right, Fed.
would drastically change the course of Young and Ace's life. After this, Ace swore revenge on his ops to avenge his brother. They had officially crossed the line. We really can't talk about the situation in Jacksonville without talking about Queso. He's perhaps one of the most infamous guys on the street down there. He had a hard life before becoming a notorious bruiser, though. He was in a car with his brother, father, and a couple of other members
Now,
of his family back in 20.
this is where Queso and his brother, and they was leaving. Man, listen. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Man. Bro, just leave me alone, for real. Like, for real, just leave me alone.
2019. The family was actually gathered together to watch Boss Goon, Queso's older brother, perform a concert at a club. After the concert concluded, they all piled in the car together. They started driving back home when they were caught up in a drive-by near Emerson Street. Luckily, Boss Goon was the only person involved who was majorly injured, but he tragically ended up losing his life. A few other people in the car were wounded, but they were able to make it out to the hospital safely. The very next month, a very interesting coincidence happened. Adrian Gaynor, otherwise known as Bibby, lost his life. Bibby was actually Fulio's younger brother. Bibby was just chilling out with one of his homies on the patio when someone walked up and pulled the tool out. Bibby got hit once, and both he and his friend made a run for it. The ops weren't about to let him get away, though. They followed him and tracked him down and finished the job. Northside Coalition of Jacksonville had just recently called for a ceasefire in Jacksonville, but as you can tell, that really didn't last too long. For a long time, there was no official culprit named in the death of Bibby. That being said, I'll give you one guess as to who had a hand in it. First of all, it's probably no coincidence that Bibby was Fulio's younger brother when one of the first incidents in the beef included the death of Young and Ace's brother. It should come as no surprise that his homies would be named by the police as prime suspects. Eventually. In March of 2019, Young and Ace and his crew were hanging out in a hotel room in Hampton Inn. The group was likely hanging out at a pool after getting back to the hotel. When the police arrived at the scene, they discovered the body of a 30-year-old man with a number of wounds by the pool. He's pronounced dead at the scene. Another one of Ace's friends was found inside. Now, this was the second major ambush Ace had been in the center of. 3 people were arrested after the attack. Mark Isaac Jefferson, Leroy Gerard Whitaker, and Devontae DeMorris Starks all got picked up. The worst part about all this situation is that none of them were arrested for the big crime here. You know, taking someone else's life. A lot of the people who got picked up were part of Ace's crew. They were arrested for various weapons charges and possession of a little bit of something to smoke on. That was pretty much it, really. Way to go, Jacksonville PD. Protecting and serving right there. You would think that if you showed up on a call like this, you would
Okay,
at least make an
Showtime.
attempt to catch the people.
I'll talk to you
Like arresting a
momentarily.
banker for jaywalking as they're leaving the scene of a bank robbery. After this, next major event was the arrest of Queso. Back in June of 2021, Queso would go on trial for making the hit that would light the beef on fire. Police say that he was responsible for the death of Bibby in 2019 and the death of Little Buck in 2020.
Hey,
Little
Kels.
Buck had mocked the death of Queso's brother on one of his tracks, while the retaliation of Bibby is kind of obvious. The court released a statement about some of the posts Queso made on social media. In addition to some of his lyrics, the court said Hakeem Robinson posted a video of the deceased Charles McCormick rapping. The posted video contained the caption, "Bye bye," with hand-waving emojis. Hakeem Robinson later posted a video to his story which depicted Hakeem Robinson at a nail salon receiving a pedicure with the caption, "Kill a dude, then go get my toes done."
Kill a
In one of the
dude, then go get my
incidents, Queso's
toes
dad
done.
functioned as a getaway driver. He also ended up getting arrested. From here, the unthinkable pretty much happened. Queso's dad decided that he was going to testify against his own son for the sake of getting a lighter sentence. Celebrities, parents, and fans on Twitter had a whole lot to say about his decision. When pressed about why he'd want to flip on his own son like that, Queso's dad said, "It was me and my daddy."
Nah, we heard all this, so this pretty much goes like back to what we just listened to. I just want to get back to the Ace part. Let me see.
Getaway driver for their son during the commission of a crime.
No, I actually like what this man says.
Is would a good, great dad really have been a getaway driver for their son during the commission of a crime? Probably not. If he's such a good dad, how did his
Wow. Wow. If it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking other. Hey, I need you to hit me up, I need you to hit me up on the 510 number. As a matter of fact, Just check the spot. Just check the spot. Just check the spot.
Son end up as one of the most notorious gangsters in Jacksonville. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm out of pocket here, but at the same time, this situation is crazy. Queso's lawyer responded with a statement saying,
I do. I'm not watching it because I'm getting aggravated. So, anyways, now obviously, um, JJ, you got so much to say, and you want to post pictures of me, but then you want to cry harassment and say people going to jail. I ain't been fucking with you, you little bitch ass nigga. You a whole bitch, bruh. You a whole bitch. You a police ass bitch. You a pussy ass bitch. You a nothing ass bitch. You a dirty ass bitch. You so mad at the world because your dirty ass was out here sticking dick in anybody you want and caught that shit. Or letting niggas stick dick in you. Okay? You're a nothing ass, bitch ass, creep ass motherfucker. Bro, why do you even have pictures of me in your phone? Why do you even have pictures of me, bro? That is weird as fuck. I don't fuck with you. So why do you have pictures of me, bro? Anyway, y'all, I'm finna end this live because I'm irritated. So